We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. On the return is Henderson. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Back down to that penalty. Here we go. All right, now look at 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there at 22.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They run it with McKinnon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it to establish the running game.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. On first down, it's Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Watching that, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now McKenna. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he fields it cleanly. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Rosen. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Out now comes the count. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him.
Good! All right, here we go. Blue landing!
They'll run it with Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Rosen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And now it's Rosen looking, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from the desert after this. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Rosen. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for the Cowboys. 45 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Gone!
They'll set up a throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He'll drop to throw. Trying to improvise. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I...
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the 2nd half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. With it on the return is Logan. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Again, it's Johnson. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On play action, Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. The toss, left side, Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen off the play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Third and long here for Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Being chased out left and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now come the Cardinals. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play action here with Rosen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And now here come the Cowboys. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Back to that Philly. Here we go.
Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Gone! No. Check. Patriot! Watch him now, Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cravon will block with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the...
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Henderson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there on third down. 43 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now it's the backup Prescott. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott from the gun. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Off the play fake, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. They'll throw again. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to fight through one tackle. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going the other way. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Good. Here we go, 46. Switch, 8. Good. Good.
3rd and long for Prescott. And it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return is Henderson. And And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
And he coughed it up. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.